Vince Carter, Jason Richardson, Zach LaVine, Paul George, and Ray Allen. Those are a few names to think about when it comes to electrifying dunking and elite three-point shooting. Allen might be the one surprised for this list and not as evenly split because he was so much more known for his shooting. But early in his career, he was arguably just as much a high flyer as he was a great outside shooter. Between the time he came into the league, which was in 1996 and 2001, he was one of only several players who made at least 600 threes and 150 dunks. Two of his most memorable dunks came in clutch time. Here in Game 3 of the 2001 playoffs at Orlando, he dunked over Tracy McGrady with 3.5 seconds left in regulation to send the game to OT. And then here at Indiana on November 15, 2002, he dunked over Jermaine O'Neal with 0.5 of a second left in regulation to send this game to an extra session. Several of his most spectacular dunks came in transition, like this one in his rookie season over Chris Carr on January 4th, 1997, and this one in his second year over Jerry Stackhouse on November 6, 1997. He and Chris Carr were actually two of the participants in the 1997 Slam Dunk Contest. Carr came in second and Michael Finley third. Kobe Bryant won it. But as mentioned earlier, Allen was most known for his perimeter shooting. He was a master at running around off-ball screens, and his footwork, balance, and incredibly quick shooting release made him one of the premier shooters of all time. He also would take so many heavily contested threes. Examples of all that can be seen in a game on April 14, 2002 against the Charlotte Hornets when he drilled a career-high 10 three-pointers. With Allen, the Bucks were outstanding at generating quality three-point looks through post kickouts, drive-in kicks, tons of off-ball screening, and just by making the extra pass around the arc to turn a potential good look into a great look. They also got up a lot of threes in transition. They ranked number 1 in three-point percentage in both the 1999 and 2002-03 seasons, and they were top 10 in the 3 seasons sandwiched in between. Throughout his career, Allen had 13 games, regular season and playoffs combined, in which he made at least 8 three-pointers. That's tied with Luka Doncic for 6th most in NBA history. Ahead of them on that list are Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, James Harden, and J.R. Smith. There were 3 seasons in his career in which Allen shot 50+% from the three-point corners, once with Milwaukee and twice with Boston. In 2001, he won the three-point contest at All-Star Weekend. Allen really did, though, have an all-around offensive game, and that was on full display during the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals against Philadelphia. He scored at least 20 in 6 of those 7 games, and over 30 in 3 of them. Throughout the early to mid-2000s, he was excellent in transition, executed well out of pick-and-roll sets, and had good touch on floaters, leaners, and could make shots while smothered by defenders. And he brought all that to Seattle after the Sonics acquired him in the middle of the 2002-03 season as part of a deal that sent Gary Payton to Milwaukee. Allen looked super rejuvenated right away in Seattle. In his first game with the Sonics, he finished 1 assist shy of a triple-double at LA against the defending champion Lakers. And then a few games later, at home against the Lakers, he did record a triple-double with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. The very next game, against the Clippers, he exploded for 40 points. His career high in scoring was 54, which occurred on January 12, 2007 against the Jazz. That game was won by Seattle in overtime, and it reached an extra session because of this game-tying three-pointer by Allen with 8 seconds left in regulation. The 54 points scored by Allen were the second most in a game in Seattle history, so that does not include anything that's happened since the team moved to Oklahoma City in 2008. Fred Brown had a 58-point game for the Sonics in 1974. Following that season, Allen was dealt to Boston on draft night, and a little over a month later, the Celtics also acquired Kevin Garnett to form a big three, with those two teaming up with Paul Pierce. One of the odder fun facts was that in the prior season, Boston had a player named Allen Ray on the team. In college, Allen Ray was a standout at Villanova, which is one of UConn's all-time big rivals. UConn, of course, was the school Ray Allen went to. Just an interesting sidebar there. While the 2007-08 Celtics were best known for their suffocating defense, Ray Allen, being that era's most reliable three-point shooter, helped expand their offense. The buy-in from that team, coached by Doc Rivers, was extraordinary. Everyone accepted their defined roles, including Allen, who made opponents pay time and time again with his off-ball movement and long-distance shooting precision. 46% of his shots in his first year in Boston came from three-point range, which was an 8% increase from his last year in Seattle, and he shot just a shade under 40% from beyond the arc that year. One of his most memorable three-pointers with the Celtics came just a few weeks into his first season in Boston, when he buried this game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer, following a steal off Charlotte's inbounds pass. He had a few outstanding games in the playoffs that season, including in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons, when he racked up 29 points and hit this long jumper with about a minute left that pushed Boston's lead to 3. He also had 26 points in the Celtics championship-clinching Game 6 win over the Lakers in the finals. As far as clutch shots in his career, both regular season and playoffs combined, he made 15 go-ahead shots in the final 10 seconds of regulation or overtime, 14 of which resulted in wins. The first one was on December 16, 1999, when he hit this fading baseline jumper with 1.7 seconds left against the Heat. With Seattle, he made a few. On January 2, 2004 against the Lakers, he made this terrific spin move on Horace Grant before finishing with an acrobatic go-ahead layup with 5.3 seconds remaining. In one of the wildest regular season games of the 2000s, he made a pair of clutch shots at Phoenix on January 22, 2006. First, he hit this go-ahead step-back three-pointer with 4.4 seconds left in regulation. Steve Nash would tie it on the Suns' ensuing possession. Then in double overtime, Allen knocked down this game-winning 35-footer at the buzzer. In just his second game with the Celtics, he connected on this winning three-pointer with 2.6 seconds left in OT at Toronto. I showed the one in Charlotte already, and another two unforgettable ones during his Celtics tenure were this winning three with 0.8 of a second left at Philadelphia on February 3, 2009, and this winning three with 2 seconds left in Game 2 of the first round of the playoffs against the Bulls in 2009. Allen made 9 of his 20 potential go-ahead three-point attempts with 10 seconds or less remaining in regulation or OT. Among the 14 players who have taken at least 23 pointers in those time and score circumstances, that 45% mark ranks number 1. Vince Carter is the only other one who shot over 40%. Although it was just a tying three-pointer, the most significant shot in Allen's career, of course, came in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals while a member of the Heat. If Allen didn't make this three-pointer after Chris Bosh collected the offensive rebound, the Spurs would have won the title, and the narrative around the Heat in that era would be even more different. Miami would go on to win this game in OT and the series in 7. Allen played 18 years in the NBA, won 2 titles, was a 10-time All-Star, made the All-NBA second team once and the third team once. He shot exactly 40% from three-point range in his career and is third on the NBA's all-time three-pointers made list. He also won gold with Team USA at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, Australia, and in the 2003 FIBA Americas Championship in Puerto Rico. Off the court, he played the role of Jesus Shuttlesworth in the 1998 Spike Lee film He Got Game, co-starring with Denzel Washington. So that'll wrap up this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe.